When you think of Turkey today, you probably think of this man, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. For more than 15 years, he's dominated Turkish politics with his Justice and Development Party, the AKP. So, just how has he done it? Aslı Aydın Taşbaş is a journalist and analyst on Turkish affairs.
Erdogan is a man of the people, he's not an elite. I think there is a certain portion of the population that sees in Erdogan his or her own reflection.
From humble roots, he's transformed Turkey. He's brought jobs, economic growth, and a chain of mega infrastructure projects, even if 2018 brought alarming inflation and a currency crisis.
High growth is the government's economic mission, but to do so, they've relied on big infrastructure projects and construction. These projects are all great, and they do generate jobs and income, but the problem is, does Turkey have enough resources to finance these things?
President Erdogan is also a proud Islamist and the Turkish leader who has unseated the republic's secular foundations with political Islam. With this, Erdogan has won over many socially conservative Turks. Soner Çağatay is an author and expert on Turkish politics.
Erdogan has embraced more and more political Islam in the way he governs the country. Turkey went from being a country that discriminates against people who wear religion on their sleeves to a country that discriminates against people who do not wear religion on their sleeves.
In fact, Erdogan went to prison for his Islamist politics in the late 1990s. While mayor of Istanbul, he read an Islamist poem at a public event, and a court jailed him for, quote, inciting hatred. But he's also overturned the Turkish political system. When party rules meant he couldn't stay on as prime minister in 2014, he ran for president and won. And when the presidency didn't seem powerful enough, he just got Turkey to vote to change its powers.
Constitutional change was a major overhaul of Turkey's governance system to a sort of a European-style parliamentary regime. According to government officials, a US-style executive presidency. But in reality, it's a US-style executive presidency minus checks and balances.
Initially, Erdogan's political reforms brought Turkey more in line with the European Union and closer to the West. But critics say as he's accumulated power, he's grown intolerant of dissent, turning away from the West. After a failed coup in 2016, Erdogan placed the country in a state of emergency to root out perceived enemies. Armed with extraordinary powers, he ordered mass arrests of activists, journalists, and political opponents. Inspiring devout loyalty and intense hatred in equal measure, Erdogan is undeniably divisive.
Fault lines of left and right and secularists and Islamists, none of these apply anymore. There is just one fault line in Turkish politics. It is whether somebody loves Erdogan or doesn't like Erdogan.
Love him or hate him, Erdogan has been a driving force behind Turkey's transformation, and he's doing whatever he can to keep it that way.